There we go.
Hello and welcome to Facerollin. Today is Tuesday, 10th of September, October
October?
2014.
It's also the 7th?
The sep. God damn it! So used to European calendars, even though I lived here for 10 years
Uh,
now.
well, we can just post this in like 4 days, and
No, it
then.
still wouldn't be Tuesday.
Oh, that's true.
I totally got this right.
You
In,
got
in an
this.
alternate universe where time is
A
counted
few a
differently,
few years from now,
In
it'll be
Europe,
completely accurate.
yeah,
Well,
it's also
no,
accurate in Europe.
we just have to wait a few years because he didn't say the date. He didn't say like what
I
year it
did say it's
was.
2014.
Oh, you did? Damn it.
I mean 2010,
Caps, we were
right?
so close to saving this. We could have just put it in the vault for like 3
The
years.
Disney Vault.
The Disney, we could have snuck into the Disney vault.
Well, I mean, if,
Hidden
if we
our little
join Maker Studio, then we will be part of Disney.
True.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway,
Yep.
what have we played?
What
I
do we
want to
play?
start, and I can speak for
Go for
Kelly
it.
with this one too.
Do it.
Me and Kelly started playing an ungodly amount of WoW again.
Oh,
Okay.
Like we talked about
Wow.
playing it last time, the time before probably, but
Yeah.
it got real bad since last time.
Totally
no.
called it.
I was
Totally
like,
called
this is
it.
the surprise of no one, I think.
We both joined the Game Grumps Guild.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, like the official one. So like Ross plays almost every day.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And last week or the week before that, I made a new warlock. No, I made a priest to play with Kelly, who made a warrior. And we only level together when
Okay.
we're both online. We're now level 42 or something.
Damn.
And then I made another character, so I could level or play while she's not on.
I find
And
that's
he is now level 75.
damn, dude.
I have over 2 days played on him already.
Jesus Christ.
While I was also still playing my main paladin, who's level 90.
All right. So
Uh,
Are you actually in school? I'm confused.
I am.
I feel like maybe you lie to us.
So I find that what you mentioned about you guys making characters only play together is usually the best way to do an MMO. Because there's been a lot of times where I have stopped playing an MMO just because I make one character and my friends just keep playing when I'm not around, and then I don't really want to play anymore because I can't do anything with them.
Yeah. Being in an active guild also helps a lot. Like we have like an active mumble chat, which is just like Vent but free, I
Yeah.
guess, or something, and open source.
I can see that being pretty helpful too. I've actually never been a part of. I've been a part of one guild, and it was in DCUO Online. That is the only time I've ever been
Wait,
in a
that
guild.
was our guild.
No,
Hey,
no.
I'm a part of that guild.
Guild. I was in a different guild with that first character.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Captain, I was in some. It was horribly named. I don't even remember
You're
what.
part of a real guild.
It
I
was like
remember
it was
that.
Infinity. It was like Infinity Team or something. Like it was a name that basically just screams generic superhero team. Like
What was ours named?
we were the Justice League,
Oh yeah.
the Juice Test League. It was good.
Yep.
I liked
Uh,
Jesus. Jesus was fun. Me and
And
Jacob talked that shit, man.
I also occasionally I play games while I play WoW.
I can
How-
see that.
How?
I know how.
Oh, that's right, because there's so much downtime.
I know exactly how. But-
So there's now a thing called Raid Finder,
Yeah.
which is just like Group Finder. And here's the thing. If you're DPS, you don't actually have to do anything. And the best strategy is to not attack anything. Because
What?
if you attack stuff, you show up on people's DPS charts. But
Oh.
if you don't show up on them. So
See,
I just auto-follow one of the people and play Super Smash Bros., which I got in the meantime. And then I get free loot.
and they have no idea that you're not participating in the raid.
Nope.
That's actually Caps. That's genius. Like
Thank you.
Because
I got the idea from people in my guild who were also doing that.
because there's 40 people. Like they're not going to be able to keep
25.
track of everybody.
There's 25 people.
Has anybody caught you yet?
No.
Okay, it's perfect.
And then when it's time for a boss, I try to die as quickly as possible. And then someone resurrects me and I get the loot. It's fine. So yeah, Super Smash Bros. I've also been playing.
Okay. How's that one?
It's pretty fun. Online works most of the time.
That's a major step up from the last time they tried to do online with Brawl, because that didn't work.
I played against people in my guild.
Nice.
That was fun. I beat most of them despite me being real bad at the game. Like, I can't beat Classic on anything above Intensity 5.
I heard Classic mode now has like a thing where you get to choose between like 2 different stages, or like
sometimes 3.
Sometimes
like it's like a branching path type thing, and like you get to see the coins that are on the path. And usually like the one that has the most coins on it is the hardest. And the very end, there's 2 paths. One has no coins, and the other one has a ton. One gets you a fight with only Master Hand. The other one is Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Yes, Crazy Hand.
Yeah, and that's hard.
I remember Crazy Hand. He was a thing. So I haven't really. I got the demo for Smash Brothers, and I found playing with the circle pad no fun. Has that been a problem for you, or has it been pretty normal?
I think it just takes getting used to, but also my hands get real sweaty, which is not good.
Yeah. So I'm holding out for the Wii U version, which just got its release date today. I was happy about that. It's November 21st, I think. So I'm going to be holding out for that one. But I've heard a lot of compelling reasons to get the 3DS one at some point.
Yeah, the 3DS has some fun stuff on it.
I also heard you can change like movesets for your characters.
You can straight up change all their like B attacks, all of them.
Yes, I really enjoy that because I will tell you right now, I never use Mario's stupid flood thing.
Yep.
Never. I would love to be able to change that out for something I use. Also, Alex would like a link to the thing. He's on.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay. So who's your main in Smash Brothers?
So I felt like Sheik got really nerfed in Brawl. Like, I really did not like how she played. And now everyone feels much faster.
That's good.
So I really like Sheik again. Everyone in my guild really hates Wii Fit Trainer, so I'm trying to get as good as possible with her.
Well done. Well done.
Like, they hate her because they just think she's awful because all of her moves look so vague. Like, you won't know, like, if you stretch, you don't know where that's going to hit. One of her attacks is straight up a quick time event, which is really hard to nail. Yeah, it's like one of those like elite beat agents that like there's a circle and then like a circle like it closes up on it and you have to like nail it.
That's great. That's great.
And then like if you nail it, she gets like super powered and like goes faster and does more damage.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear everyone feels a little faster to you, because one of my biggest problems with Brawl is that I felt like the whole game just felt a little sluggish. Like it seemed a little slower and a little less fast-paced than its predecessor.
Which, I mean, it made Snake pretty fun, but...
It did. It did. Snake was great. Hey, Alex.
Hello, dogs and dogettes.
Hello, we're talking about Smash Bros.
Oh, hey, I'm playing that right... well, I'm not playing it right now, but I was playing it.
Yeah. I really don't like Mega Man.
What?
Yeah, I don't like Mega Man.
You disgusting motherfucker.
I do really like Wii Fit Trainer, though.
That's because you were disgusting.
Yeah. So as my guild told me. And Pac-Man is boring, I think. Or like not... Like he has some interesting stuff, but like just the way his moves look is boring. It's just like ghost here, ghost there, 2 ghosts. And that's basically it.
Yeah.
Jacob,
I threw some fruit at you.
Jacob
oh, yeah.
Oh, it did nothing.
Oh yeah, like several of his moves are like have limited stock that has to like recharge.
Oh, yeah, that can be annoying.
Um, Villager is pretty fun.
I had fun with Villager in the demo.
Yeah. I feel
I
like Link
had
is more fun to play than he used to be.
Who
who?
is?
Link.
Oh, Link?
Oh, yeah.
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 And that's basically all the guys I've played.
All right.
Like
All
I've
right.
not played it that
How do you
much.
feel
Oh,
about
and
Little?
Little Mac is okay.
Who is? Oh, Little Mac.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Little Mac's character in this game. I love Little Mac.
He is a badass motherfucker. He's basically my main now.
I fucking love Little Mac.
Yeah.
Ba, ba,
Oh, and
ba.
fucking Rayman is a trophy, but not usable, which is BS.
Rayman sucks. Everything about Rayman sucks.
Everything about Rayman's great.
I really enjoyed Rayman Legends and Origins.
Yeah.
Those were great games.
And like if you use Rayman from Rayman 3, then he has like a shit ton of abilities that he could use.
Yeah, and he can ride a. Was it a porpoise? I think he rode a porpoise. Or a fish of some kind. Do you remember the underwater level in Rayman
I do
3?
not.
Okay. I seem to remember riding some sort of fish creature.
Yeah, he had like a lot of Mega Man style abilities in Rayman 3.
Yep, I remember
Uh,
that. That was a good game too.
Yeah, it was a very fun. But yeah, that's my Smash Bros. Oh, also, I bought Space Marine, like for Warhammer 40k Space Marine, and I pre-ordered Pokemon at the same time.
Okay.
And in one game, you go across the land killing monsters on a quest for glory, and the other one is Space Marine.
Okay.
Yeah, and Space Marine's pretty fun. Like, it's super repetitive, but it is very fun.
I heard a lot of good things about that game when it came out.
Yeah, like, basically...
I remember seeing the announcement trailer and assuming it was going to be like kind of trashy, but then people really enjoyed it. So
yeah.
continue.
Like, if you've played the demo for it,
Mm-hmm.
you played the whole thing, really.
Okay.
Like, that is all the gameplay you're gonna get. So if you don't fucking love the shit out of that demo, then I don't think the game's worth getting. But it is very fun. Yeah, I got it for like $6 used, and
That's a pretty good deal.
yeah, I'd say it's worth it.
A lot of those Warhammer games have actually been pretty decent. Like I'm not a huge Warhammer fan, but I remember playing some of those like RTS style ones and having a good time with those.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge Warhammer fan either. I just like the aesthetic a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And some Binding of Isaac.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how
You got to get prepped, man. The new one's coming out soon.
Yeah. God, I'm so excited. You do not understand. Like, I played maybe like a total of like 2 hours of Smash Bros. So far, and I had it since launch.
Okay.
But Binding of Isaac, that's World of Warcraft's gonna take a hit when that happens. Actually, maybe even not, because Warlords comes out around the same time.
That's true.
And I gotta get to level 100 because there's an event that happens on the same time.
You're gonna have to make some hard choices in the future.
Yeah, I'm either gonna get super skinny or super fat. I'm either gonna stop eating or I'm gonna eat too much pizza. There's the only two options.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing.
All right.
What about you guys?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. So I spent a lot of time playing Batman Arkham Origins, which I decided to check out since Arkham Knight is coming out sometime next year. But
is it a glitchy mess, as people say?
No, actually. So like part of the reason I wanted to play this game, aside from getting it in like a WB bundle like 4 months ago and not actually playing it, is that I heard a lot of people say it was like a really kind of lousy Batman game, and it actually ended up being probably my favorite so far, except for maybe the first one. I mean, the first one was pretty damn solid.
Yeah, the first one was real good.
Yeah, so my problem with the second one, like I enjoyed playing the second one, but I had problems with the narrative because it felt like they were trying to cram as many villains into it as possible, which was really cool, but then at the same time, they didn't really have time to focus on any one in particular.
Oh, I had a totally different problem with that one.
Really? What was your problem with 2?
There were too many goddamn collectibles.
That has not changed. That is
Every
still a
time I
problem.
pick one up, all it takes is for me to look 3 degrees to either side, and I'll see another one, and I'll have to get it.
Yes, that is a problem in this one as well. Like some of the side missions in Origins are way cooler than the side missions in the second one. Mad Hatter makes a reappearance, and his side mission is super cool. You like walk around in like this drug trip in an Alice in Wonderland themed like area.
Awesome.
So that was a cool one. A lot of the side missions have to do with so the plot of Origins is that like 6 assassins have been hired to kill Batman in one night.
Yeah, by Black Skull or whatever his name is, right?
Yes. So here's the thing that I think is great about this game is I assumed that when I first heard the title, I assumed it was going to be like the origin of Batman. It's not about that at all. Batman's been Batman for like 2 years when this game starts. It is actually about the origin of his relationship with the Joker and his relationship with Jim Gordon, which made that game way more interesting to me. So like
Batman year 1 material.
Yes, yeah.
Normally
Absolutely.
in the comics, at least.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It definitely had some similarities to. That's Alex that you're hearing.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. My bad. Am I echoing?
Oh god, that was nuts.
I hear like background noise. It sounds like a fan running or something.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna fix this. 1 sec. Oh, that's gonna happen for a while, but hold on.
Okay. So yeah, like spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played Arkham Origins by now. But Black Mask is not the one who hired those assassins. You find out it's actually Joker posing as Black Mask. And so it's all about the first time that Batman meets Joker, and that made the narrative like really interesting to me. Troy Baker played Joker because Mark Hamill has backed out of the role, and I thought he did a pretty damn good job with it. But yeah, like Arkham Origins, since it focused on just that, like the story became really interesting to me. And then the other issue I had with the previous games is a lot of the fights boiled down to the same thing, which was either your boss is a big hulking dude, so throw a batarang at him, dodge him, and punch him in the back a lot. Or your boss is a normal type dude, in which case he's going to go hide in the rafters and a bunch of guys are going to swarm the arena until you kill them all. In this one, you actually have some pretty varied boss fights. So like when you fight Deathstroke, Deathstroke can counter you, and then you can counter his counter. So it gets really outrageous where you're just like constantly countering one another. And another great one is Firefly. So Firefly just kind of flies in the air and like has a flamethrower. And so since you can't punch him, you have to use only your gadgets to fight him. So there were a lot of like really interesting boss fights throughout the game that I just thought made it way more interesting than the previous Batman games.
Didn't they also learn from your attacks?
Only Mr. Freeze and Bane.
Okay.
Like so in Arkham City, there's a mission where you go fight Mr. Freeze and you have to use different moves to take him down each time. So that makes a reappearance in this game, and then there's also a fight against Bane that's similar, where you have to use a different move each time to do damage to him.
Huh.
So, like, all of those things, and the fact that the game is just kind of like one boss fight after another. Like, there's a few scenes that involve beating up a lot of dudes, but the main focus of the game is those assassins and Joker. And so, like, there's even side quests where it's like you do this silly little detective mode, where like you have to like recreate a crime scene, and so you're seeing like a 3D image of like what happened, and you're reconstructing it. And one of those crime scenes tells you where to find Deadshot, and then you have to go fight him. And it's a side quest. You don't even have to fight Deadshot. You can beat the game without doing it. But those side quests were way more interesting than like picking up 100 Riddler trophies. But hey, if you like picking up 100 Riddler trophies, don't worry. No. You can pick up 200 Riddler data packs in this one.
Why?
I don't know. They're not fun. Like, they're not fun at all. And I felt burned because I actually took the time to like get a bunch of them, and I eventually stopped. And I was like, I'm just going to YouTube this and see what happens when you get them all. It's pointless. It's totally pointless.
You just get an achievement.
You get an achievement, and like, because like, so once you get all the data packs, you can go inside the room that supposedly Riddler is hiding in. When you do it, he's not in there. What's in there is just the first, like, a Riddler trophy from the first game, and then you get an achievement that says, like, first Riddler trophy. You never actually see the Riddler. All the conversations that you have with him are through, like, your little headset thing. So by the time you've hacked all the towers that allow you to fast travel, you've seen all the conversations with Riddler. Why is Alex muted?
I think it's to prevent the fan
To
from.
deal with the noise.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that was Batman Arkham Origins. And then after that, I hopped into Shadow of Mordor, which I kind of just started.
I heard some good things about it.
It's pretty good, and Batman was a good starter for it because the combat's very Batman-y. It's very Batman-y. But so the thing that's really interesting about Shadow of Mordor is it's the most fun I've had with a game that is really just kind of like creatively bankrupt. Like, there's not a lot of new things in Shadow of Mordor. It just takes a lot of things that have already been done and does them really, really well.
There's some new things.
The Nemesis system is the new thing. That's like the big thing. Is like, if a guy kills you, he becomes like a new captain or a new like important leader in Sauron's army, and he remembers like what happened. So if he kills you, next time you see him, he'll be like, "Why don't you stay dead?" If you fight him and like set him on fire or something, and he escapes, next time you see him, you'll have like burns all over his body, and he might even be afraid of fire. So that system is definitely new. That is really cool, and it makes it so that I have not progressed the story at all because I just messed with the captains the whole time. But like they took the running and climbing from Assassin's Creed, and they just made it really nice. Like you don't have to. You're not getting stuck on like terrain and geometry anymore. You run at something, you hold down like A, and you just start fucking sailing up it. It's great.
I did see the most goofy thing related to that, though.
What's that?
That you gain speed by hopping over things.
Yes.
So you'll be like running on like like totally flat terrain. There's like a tiny rock.
Yeah.
And you'll hop over it, and then you go super speed.
Yes, that is actually an unlockable skill. It's every time you vault over anything, you can tap A to get a speed boost, and it actually even gives you a point on your combo meter too, as if it's an attack. Yeah, it's so silly.
It just reminds me of that one episode from The Office when they're all doing parkour in the beginning. They're just kind of like hopping around, going hardcore parkour.
Parkour. Oh, parkour. Yeah, I remember that. That was so good. So yeah, like the running and jumping for Assassin's Creed is there. The combat from Batman is like you even press the same exact button combinations to do like kill moves, which are the same thing as takedowns. It's B and Y. But the thing that's nice about the combat Shadow of Mordor versus Batman is like, if you press the counter button in Batman and a guy doesn't hit you, your combo's screwed. Like it messes up your combo. In Shadow of Mordor, there's a lot more leniency. Like if you hit the counter button and they don't hit you right away, or they don't hit you at all, you still have time to try and like keep your combo going. And so it's nice to not feel like I'm getting gypped just because I was cautious. And yeah, and it's also just like it's a great system because when I die, I'm not upset about it. Like it adds something new to the game when I die. It's now there's this new guy I want to go kill. Like I don't want to just restart the game. I want to go hunt down that guy that just killed me. That now has a rank and a name because he got me. So Shadow of Mordor, pretty damn solid. I'll probably keep playing that. I've only played like maybe 2 hours of it so far, but I am so ready for more of that game.
You know what else is pretty solid?
What's that?
World of Warcraft. Anyway.
It's been solid for a long time.
Yeah, and it's staying solid, except for there was a little, like a 3-day period where when you tried changing your instance, right? So like if you're teleporting anywhere, like basically anytime it involves a loading screen, there was a chance that it would fail.
Oh.
Yeah. It would fail and you would stay at the same place. Huh?
That actually would make the game more interesting to me because it adds a risk factor that otherwise is not there.
Yeah, it's also possible for it to fail so hard that you would be locked out of your character for 10 minutes.
Damn.
And have to look at the sky or something?
No, you would have to look at the character selection screen. Because here's how it happened to me. I was doing it, and then we wiped, right?
Okay.
And the way it works is your ghost appears above your body, and then it gets teleported out of the dungeon to the graveyard. So when it was
Right.
supposed to teleport outside of the dungeon, the teleportation failed. So then I stayed in the dungeon as a ghost. But that
Oh,
is like not allowed within like the game rules.
right, yeah.
So it like logged me out of my character. And then when I tried to log back in, it said character not found.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
So then
Sorry, you just died out of existence.
Yeah, basically. Like I stopped existing. That's how hard I died.
So then you just went and played Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah, then I played some. Actually, I think it was fixed before Smash Bros. Came out.
Oh, okay.
Smash Bros. Was strictly for Raid Finder.
All right. All right.
And when I was bored of leveling.
That's all I wanted to talk. I mean, I played other games, but I'll talk about those some other time.
Okay.
That's all I want to talk about now. What do you want to talk about, Lev?
I played Kentucky Route Zero.
Yeah,
Yes, that was the game that I played.
I played that too.
These past 2 weeks. Because I convinced I'm taking a history of Russian theater / Chekhov class. It's grad school. It's weird. And I convinced her that the game Kentucky Route Zero was highly relevant to the class. So I got to write a paper on it. Don't look at me with those eyes. There are Gorky references in Kentucky Route Zero.
Okay.
It's very theater. It's very theater.
There's so many theater references in this game. It's like someone read an entire theater history book and they were like, oh my god, this has inspired me to make a video game. And then they made Kentucky Route Zero.
I think Kelly actually suggested doing it for one of our later
It's like
shows.
literally every sentence has something to do with either art history or theater history. Like, you can't escape it. Buildings are named after plays. Characters are based off of characters in plays. The set design and the things that they built around it are based off of set designs that were designed for certain plays that are relevant to the themes in the game. There's just layer upon layer of theater references. So it's just amazing. Because, oh my god, theater. I live that. And now it's in my video game.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me feel happy. It's so good, Caps. You don't even know. You don't even know how hilarious it is to drive past the Waiting for Godot tree and then have the two characters from Waiting for Godot drive past you. And then have a discussion about their creator. And if you don't know about Waiting for Godot, it just looks like a fun conversation. But if you've read the play or seen it, you're like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm totally fangirling right now. It was good.
I don't
It's
know how
really
I feel about this.
It's a really beautiful... They have scene transitions that are done in a way that can't be done on the stage, but are still highly theatrical. Like, you have scenes where you're transitioning from one scene to the next, and there's a fade, and also, like, the set sort of dissolves itself, like, falls apart and goes away, and just this really beautiful sequence that matches up with what is happening, as well as the feeling and the music all at the same time, and you're like, oh my god, this is just gorgeous. It's just a beautiful moment, and you can't... It's sort of they're the sort of moments that you try to create in theater, but it's done in the game in a way that you can't do yet in the theater world. And the experience the player gets is something that theater strives for, because it involves a player getting involved with the story and making choices that don't actually matter. Like, you're essentially pretending to be an actor because you have certain dialogue options, but none of the dialogue options change anything. They're just like, this is what we're going to talk about right now.
They're kind of like character choices.
Yeah, it's like, what would you respond to this sentence with? But it doesn't actually change, like, plot. So you become very invested in the story in a way that you wouldn't in a stage play. But at the same time, it's essentially a giant stage play. It's just, I fangirled. It was amazing. I'm so glad I got to play it and convince someone that I should be able to devote class time to playing it, because otherwise I wouldn't get to.
It's also not done yet. There's still two
It's
more acts
true.
to come.
There's 2 more acts. Also, everything's divided up into acts and scenes. Oh man, Caps. It's just there's theater everywhere. It's everywhere.
Caps doesn't look impressed.
It's in your life. Theater is in your life, and you don't even know it.
I try to avoid outdated analog technology, such as theater.
It's not technology, Caps. It's like calling a book technology.
No. Theater
Well, I did at one point at
analog
once.
movies.
Theater is analog movies. No. Theater and movies do collide a lot, though, and there are things that theater can do better and things that movies can do better. But I think the thing that the game does really well is that it involves people in a way where you get invested and you are essentially like on stage. So there's a movement in the theater world where a lot of directors and a lot of playwrights sort of want to get the audience directly involved in what's happening on the stage. So like you'll have a set that instead of being up high where everyone just sits and looks at it, everyone has to stand or sit around on the set, and then it has to interact with characters that are on a set, like dialogue. And it's terrible. It's terrible theater because no one wants to do that. If you want to go to the theater, you want to sit and you want to watch something. Like no one wants that, and
no one wants to see other people who are not actors participating.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't want, and also a lot of people that like theater are old. They don't really want to like stand for hours, so it's a terrible theater movement. But this game is that theater movement done successfully because you get to sit down and interact when you feel like it. And otherwise watch a beautiful play. Like, it's absolutely what they were trying to do, but theater can't do it, and video games can. So it's a game, and that's just awesome. And that's all I have to say.
What do you actually do in it? Do you just, like, watch it, and then every once in a while make a choice?
You talk. It's sort of like a point-and-click adventure. There's a lot of text involved. It's a lot of reading. And then you get to choose, you have a bunch of characters that sort of join you and go away, and you play all of them. So, like, you'll meet this character, and this guy will, like, say something, and you have a list of dialogue options to respond to this person with, and it's either, like, what Conway would say, what Shannon would say, what Ezra would say, or what, like, Junebug would say. And so you get to sort of choose the direction the conversation is going, so you like lead a conversation essentially, and you have some control to visit places. There's a little exploration as far as driving around goes, because you're driving a truck around Kentucky, but there's no puzzles.
There's light puzzles.
There's no puzzles.
Figuring out which radio
puzzles.
Station is
okay. That
the
is
right one.
Literally holding down a button until someone's like, that's the right radio station. You're like, yes, I guess it is.
That's why it's a light puzzle.
It's not even a puzzle. So there's no puzzles.
Well, so it's basically a graphic novel.
Sort of. Yeah.
It's like an interactive graphic novel. That's a pretty good, because you don't really want to take pictures of it. You want to take little GIFs of it. Like, I like this piece. Like, so it's cool.
Rock, Paper, Shotgun described it as playing a campfire story. Which I think is kind of accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, Rock, Paper, Shotgun has a major boner for this thing. They've written so many articles about it.
It's their kind of game. Like, they're big on really weird, quirky, like, indie games.
Oh my god, they have just they have articles that analyze single sentences in this game. That's just like, oh my god, I would never do this much research on a video game. I wouldn't be like, man, what does this architectural reference, what are they building off of? Oh, this guy from the 20s? Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Well, if you ever want to, you know the website you can work for.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
If I really wanted to write about video games in way too much depth as they relate to the theater world, I could work for Rock, Paper, Shotgun.
So what games have you been playing, Alex?
Wait, I have an important question.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Regarding this. Can you cry at enemies?
This is the correct question.
There are no enemies.
Can you cry at non-enemies and kill them?
I don't think cry is
There's
ever
no-
an option.
Can
there's
you
no-
upgrade your tiers with various?
Can you cry? Period.
Cry? No, no one cries.
Cass
There's
is
too much
not
magic
interested.
realism.
I don't believe it's actually theater then.
There's no crying. I'm fairly certain crying is going to be in the future. They've gotten themselves into some major shit now. So
I think Caps would also like to know if by pressing the arrow keys you can cry in specific directions.
I don't think you can. I don't think.
Do you kill your mom?
I don't.
I mean, it's theater, so you never know. It could happen.
You do indirectly kill your boss's son and husband
A long
That's
time
okay.
ago.
a long time ago in the past. But yeah, no.
How do you kill him?
Is it
You drink
tears?
too much.
Oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Alcoholic.
Oh, you
You're
drink too
not-
much? Is that-
Yeah, you're an alcoholic, and you're just
That's not exciting or fun. That's just sad and.
Well, that
Kentucky Route Zero is kind of like that.
Kentucky
This is-
Route Zero is very
Is this
melancholic.
Condemned 3?
We can all hope.
No, we don't want to hope for that.
I would like to see a Condemned 3.
No, but I don't want Kentucky Route Zero to be Condemned 3.
I don't want
That's
Kentucky
That
Route
would be a really big
Spoiler
letdown
pop.
for anyone who wants Condemned 3.
So Alex, what have you been playing?
Smash.
Yeah. Yeah. So Little Mac's your main dude?
Yeah, Little Mac is my bro. I play online a lot now, and I'm okay. I play one-on-one a little too much because then I'll find one guy who's like, all he fucking does is like one-on-one Fox, no items, Final Destination only. So then when you play online against that guy, you're like, oh well, I'm gonna lose every game I play against you.
Yeah.
But then I keep fucking doing it like there's gonna be some different outcome,
Right.
and there never is. So that's okay.
That's a
That's why
bummer.
he plays Wii Fit Trainer.
No. It's not. I'm not losing because I am Little Mac. I am losing because I am not that guy. I will never be that guy, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it.
Any other characters impress you so far?
Link feels about the same as I remember him feeling, but for some reason I appreciate him more now. I don't know why.
Because you can play as the Link to the Past Link.
Wait, you can't?
Yeah, it's one of his alternate skins.
I didn't see that. I just saw like some brown on his jacket Link, like NES Link.
No, there was also like Link to the Past Link.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't see
actually,
that.
more like twin between worlds Link. Because he doesn't.
I need to see that. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
I just unlocked Duck Hunt yesterday, which surprised me as a
Nice.
character.
Yes, yes.
I hear he's
uh,
super fun to play.
I appreciate that Roy, Lemmy, etc., all the Bowser kids are
It's all about
are
Ludwig.
playable.
It's all
No,
about
it's all about Lemmy. Sorry. I'm trying to think what else is. I'm trying to think. of the other.
So I know that they went a little crazy with the Fire Emblem characters. Does Lucina play any differently than Marth?
I haven't actually played as her, but I got my ass kicked by her several times, so I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. So I played a lot of Fire Emblem Awakening, and she is from that game, and she is like an ancestor of Marth. So I was
Oh.
worried. I was worried that she might just be like, you
Marth
know,
clone.
carbon.
From what I hear, she basically is. She's like the Falco to his Fox.
That's kind
Well,
of
yeah. So that's the thing. They're all kind of cloney, but they play just kind of differently.
okay.
Um,
How about Shulk? How's he? Either of you played Shulk?
he's like, oh god, I don't even fucking know how to describe him. He's different. He's not. He's not, he's not a
Didn't get
Fire
it.
Emblem clone.
Mhm.
I don't like him.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Modes
It's
you can fight in. Like he has like
yeah. The
fancy
modes are
path,
cool, but
whatever.
you have to know what they mean. Like
Yeah.
I don't immediately look at yellow and think, oh, this is shield mode. So then I'm like scrolling through, and as for him to say what, like he'll say what mode he's going into, like shield mode. I'm like, okay. Except that sometimes he won't say it. So I'm like, okay, wait, what mode is this?
So I've
I also played as Dark Pit, and he was.
Oh, yeah?
whatever.
I forgot that Dark Pit was in the game.
They could have just made that a skin, to be honest.
Yeah, he was a skin in the previous one.
Yeah.
Also, the pit's just more annoying in general now, but less
Oh,
OP, I feel.
That's what I wanted to hear. Is that Pit's more annoying? God damn it. Oh, I could cry. So I've played a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles, which is the game that Shulk is from.
Yeah.
I does he say Monado a lot?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh god. Every single sentence in that game, he says something about the Monado, and it drives me insane.
Monado.
It's like one of his attacks or something. I don't even know. He just says it. Monado Arts. That's it.
Monado, yeah, Monado Arts is the name of the thing, and the switching of modes. So it might be easier to play a Shulk if you have some experience with the game, just because, like, I mean, like, the sword tends to have a different appearance in the game when you switch the different modes. Not the case in
I
Brawl?
don't think so.
No, it's just a different color. That's
Okay.
it.
It's a little less helpful.
Yeah, extremely. Because I mean, yellow apparently means shield. Green apparently means jump. I think. I don't
Yeah.
really know where they're getting this shit from.
They're getting it from Xenoblade Chronicles.
But I mean, like, okay, where the fuck are they getting it from?
That's a good question.
Like
I don't know.
the massive amounts of LSD they drop while making the game. Like, I don't know.
I would say that's true, except that it's too normal of an RPG.
Oh.
If they had taken LSD, it might have been a little more interesting.
Yeah, I watched Bachero stream maybe like 3 minutes of it.
Oh,
and then-
Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah, and
No,
from what I've seen, I think it might be Monster Hunter.
It has a lot in common with Monster Hunter. There are some side quests that are just straight up go to this area of the world and fight this giant thing. And it can run away sometimes, and you gotta go chase it to a new one. So that game is weird. Like, so there were two games that got translated and picked up by this third-party company called Xseed. They did Xenoblade Chronicles and they did Last Story. And a lot of people told me Xenoblade Chronicles was the great one. I played Last Story, and so far I think that's the much better one. I think the story is much more coherent. I think the mechanics are much more focused. I just think it is a better game overall so far. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles is just so unfocused. Like, they try to make you feel urgent about things, but then characters just say the word Monado over and over, and I just want to cry. And I don't know what.
Yeah.
Sounds like great writing to me.
Yeah, Monado.
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 Monado, save us.
Monado.
Okay. So Shulk's big thing in Xenoblade Chronicles is that he can see the future. Do they mess with that at all?
I'm sorry, I didn't. I heard Shulk's big thing was.
Great.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Shulk's big thing is that he can see into the future in the game. Do they mess with that at all for his character mechanic?
That's just his counterattack.
Oh, okay. So he sees they're going to attack in the future and just you just counter.
Well, it's just a counter.
Okay.
That's how they sell the whole seeing in the future thing. Like, you hit down B, he gets hit. I saw that coming and hits you.
Great.
Oh, I thought that was the lag when you play online.
I thought that was the.
The lag has been pretty atrocious online, I have to say. I've actually stopped playing for the days because I have the strangest kind of lag. It was like button input lag, so like I was missing some double jumps because I was hitting and it wasn't going through.
Yeah, for me it was just like.
Yeah.
So what's his final smash then?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'll go to a training thing real quick and find out.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It'll be even better. It's gonna be choppy as fuck, but I'll just I'll put it on camera.
Oh,
Mega
yeah.
Man does have a sweet Final Smash.
Yes, he does. I saw it in
Super
the
Fighting Robot Mega Man.
It was
Yeah.
rad.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Backstreet is back.
Oh god, I've seen that. That's amazing.
Backstreet.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Why is my camera not doing stuff? No, turn on camera. Camera. Camera.
So how about that Wii Fit trainer?
How
She
about
sucks.
that Fit trainer? Oh. It's shot down.
I don't know why, but I can't turn my camera on.
Weird.
Wait, hold on. I have maybe a backup plan, perhaps.
It's because you insulted Wii Fit.
I just realized my microphone sucks balls because I'm using the shitty microphone.
Oh yeah, that might do it.
Oh yeah.
That is much better.
Okay.
There's even less
What?
background noise too.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make happen, but when I kept moving the camera around, but you guys couldn't tell that because A, my camera's off, and B, I wasn't using that as a microphone. Okay, I have no idea why this won't give me video. I think I might have hit a button or something once and just told it I don't want video.
All right, here we go. I found it. Let me.
Alright, yeah, you just watch it. I'm just gonna try it and see what it is.
I think I can put it on my screen.
Okay, actually do that.
Yeah, full screen it.
Do that. Let's see. Now that I have a character screen, I can see the other characters. I'm happy.
Oh god, it's lag.
Oh
It's lag.
god, yeah.
Sorry. All right, it's gone now.
Alright, let's see.
I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Also, can I just say that Shulk is a terrible name?
Who is? Oh,
Shulk is a terrible name.
Shulk is a terrible name. That's true.
That was kind of lame.
No, I was showing
Oh,
them
sorry,
things.
I got confused.
Okay, well, yeah, that was his friends just jump out and attack, which is kind of a bummer.
Boring.
Mega Man is pretty cool. He turns into
Yeah.
Giant Mega Man and starts eating people.
Yep, the League of Mega Men.
They have a cool thing on the online one called Conquest, where they basically pick 2 characters for I think like a span of 36 hours or so, and whichever character gets the most points wins.
Cool.
You can contribute to it, and it'll show you how many points you've contributed. But you can
Oh,
only
so
do
it's
it
like the whole soldier versus Devil Man thing was
Yes,
in Team
exactly.
Fortress.
That's cool.
And then apparently, if the side you picked won, you get items and like special moves for that character
Also
that are only
cool.
unlockable through Conquest.
So I found out from Caps that so one of the things I really liked in Brawl about their online mode was not playing it because it didn't really work. But one of the things you could do is you could watch a match and then bet coins on the match.
Yes, you can still do that.
Yeah, but there was a hard cap on like how many coins you could bet, and it wasn't very much. So
You can bet 100 now.
okay, that's decent.
And it gives you, I don't know if it gave you odds in the other one, but it looked at the person's last 10 games.
Oh wow.
And it actually looked at everybody's last 10 games, rather, and saw how they were doing, as well as their overall record, and gave you odds on how it thought they were going to do. And basically,
Yeah, during the limited time you could bet on stuff in Brawl, there was nothing like that. It was just you pick somebody and that was it. So that's pretty cool.
Well, so the Mii fighters are kind of, I don't even know. They kind of suck.
all 3 sets of them?
Yeah, I mean, you can make a lot of different combinations using the different moves they have available, but just no.
Have you
Yeah, I messed around with it. There is something cool though.
What's that?
If you go on the Tamagotchi Life stage, it actually pulls Miis that you have, and like populates the stage with them.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, the Mii fighters, and if you do like multi-man melee, the Miis that come out will be Miis on your DS. Like I have a
That's really cool. I like that.
I have a great replay of the 10-man smash. Well, all the 10-man smash. I think all the smashes actually in this way. The last man that comes out is a giant version of whichever character you are.
Okay.
So I was playing as Killager, and I was down to the last guy, and I hit him with my Lloyd, or the hell they're called, and he kind of flew off the screen but not entirely away. And so but he had recover. So he gets on his Lloyd, his little rocket dude, rides it, and then doesn't get off and just flies to the edge of the screen and then kills himself.
Nice.
He literally just flew off the screen. What's great is as the villager is doing that, he's waving.
Yeah.
So he's just waving like, oh, bye, and dies.
Yeah.
Bye guys, I gotta go.
There is one item that I think is totally BS, and that is the like spaceship that abducts you.
Oh, the Boss Galaga?
Yeah, because no matter how much I fucking try to get out of it, it always pulls me off the stage. Every time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, you can't get out of it. Once you're hit, you're hit.
That
No,
kinda sucks.
no, there's a tip in the loading screens.
You can
that says-
break it.
No, there's a tip in the loading screens that says if you're caught, you can like wiggle from side to side and get out of it. But
I've never seen it happen, so
yeah,
I don't
I know
believe
it's bullcrap. It's the worst.
I don't have Beeb.
I lied.
Palutena's kind of annoying to play against because she's got like homing laser bullshit.
Right. So I saw a little bit of gameplay footage where someone was playing as Palutena, and my god, she's noisy. Like, there's just
Oh yeah, that too. Here, we'll get a demo of
she
this.
makes so many just.
Trevor?
Yeah. But Palutena was a weird choice. in Brawl,
I don't actually play as her.
Like, okay.
She's not making noise. Okay, well.
You're great. Yeah.
Hello? Am I dying? Is my internet sucking?
No, we can. I can hear you.
Okay.
I thought Palutena was a weird choice for Smash Bros. Because like even in Kid Icarus Uprising, she didn't really have a direct role. Like she was the person you were talking to, but never actually like joined you in the field or like fought or anything. So I just thought that was kind of a bizarre choice.
I know nothing about her. I do
Okay.
not care for her. I just don't use her. I'm trying to think what else there is. The new classic mode's kind of cool. The like choose your path and how much you want to fight things kind of neat. The upping your intensity is kind of cool. Something I really appreciate is if you go online once, it will download a table of high scores for every mode.
Oh.
And then whenever you do something, it will compare your high score to everybody else's and give you what's called a global smash power, which
That's
is
cool.
basically how many people have you outranked with the score.
I like that.
That's fun.
So rather than saying like you're rank 1, 2, 3, whatever, it says like you are better than 1 million people.
There's also a Smash Run.
Yeah, Smash Run is very fun. I imagine it'd be a lot more fun with just more people because the AI is kind of bullshit.
Oh yeah, so Smash. I think I saw them talking about Smash Run in some of the like trailers leading up to the release of the game. Is that the thing where you're like running around and hitting targets, but there's a bunch of other people there?
Yes.
It's not targets, it's like enemies from various games from the franchises where the characters in the game are from.
Got it.
And like every time we kill some of them, or any of them, they drop power-ups.
Okay.
Like speed, arms, which I'm not sure what it does.
Okay.
And it literally affects attacks that involve your arms.
Oh, okay. Jump, and like some other stuff.
Gotcha.
And it takes 5 minutes. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, you have a 1-minute match
Wow.
where you fight other people who have done the exact same thing.
That is not entirely the case. You may also do other things. Instead of just fighting, you may do Team Smash. You may also do a race.
Oh.
So try and see who can get to the end first. You may have a jumping contest to see who can jump the highest.
I feel like the
Um,
race thing is unfair to slow characters.
Well, that's why we have to gather speed upgrades.
But you don't know if you're going to get the race at the end.
Well, that's exactly why it's bullshit, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's some Mario Party level bullshit right
Yeah,
there.
it kind of sucks.
Because
And
like
sometimes you'll get drops of like the same power-up repeatedly. So like I was Sheik, and I got so many speed and jump power-ups.
Oh god, I can only imagine you must have flown after that.
Yeah.
did you
I
actually
lost
kill
real
yourself?
bad. I got 4th place in the fucking just regular fight, like free-for-all.
Did you just like jump off the edge and die over and over? Like
I didn't.
Okay.
Actually, it might have happened once or twice.
Okay.
It did happen when I was fighting someone who was playing as Little Mac.
Oh,
Literally
God.
within the first 2 seconds, he flies off the stage with one of his attacks. And he's like, that's it, I'm done. I quit for the day.
Oh yeah, I do that shit all the time. I've got so many replays that I've saved where I throw myself off a cliff like twice trying to kill a guy and then I just end up winning, and that's why I save the replay because it looks cool. But like,
Nice.
this start of the fight was just me like, I'm going to get you! Oh, peace.
Yeah, like, you know, like how a lot of matches start as like both people dash at each other on Final Destination.
Yeah.
I dash and jump, and he just flies right off. Like, literally, first thing he does, the whole match, die, and then he quits.
That's great. That's really great. I like that. That's a keeper.
Yep.
Definitely.
I didn't know you could save rematches or replays.
Yeah, when you're on the what's it called, the score screen,
Mm-hmm.
if you hit A twice, at the very bottom in the bottom right hand corner, it'll say press Y to save replay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've got a lot of great ones from online, and some other stuff. They actually have a cool thing too. You can play in like a ranked and unranked mode, and if you play in the ranked mode, it's only the I forget the fucking character, the Greek character version of the game, which is basically just Final Destination with different skins. Basically, every level has a special version of it that is just a flat surface with different stuff going on in the background.
Yeah, I started to figure that out during the demo when there was like a thing in the top right that didn't really explain that was like change the mode of the stage.
Yes.
And I
So all
realized
that is literally just make it flat and make
Yeah.
it information.
I realized after messing with that a little bit that makes it a Final Destination stage, which is kind of a cool idea. Like, You know, if people are going to insist on playing goddamn Final Destination only, at least give them different Final Destinations to go to.
Give the people what they want.
That's right.
More Final Destination.
Yeah, every time I played against my guild members, I would just do random, and so would they. And also there's the Omega thing for stages.
Okay.
That's what that is. That's what we were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't
was
think of
not
the
paying
character.
attention.
That's okay.
God, get it together, man.
Sorry. I apologize.
Asshole.
Aww. But yeah, Smash is, it's Smash. It's good.
I'm
Yep, Smash is always gonna Smash.
I'm holding out for the console version, but it definitely sounds like there's a lot of pretty good stuff in the 3DS version.
Yeah, I think they said Smash Run is for 3DS only.
Yes, yeah, I did hear that that mode was going to be specific to the 3DS, and I think there's also a handful of stages, like not many, but I think specific to the console.
3DS only.
Which one?
All the handheld-based stages.
Yeah, so like Spirit Tracks, right?
Yeah,
It's like the Game Boy Kirby one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are, like they have console-based stages for the console and handheld-based stages and for the handheld.
Yes, I think that's a pretty cool idea. Like, that is much better than trying to shoehorn, trying to downsize a stage that's like really big and impressive and try to make it work on a 3DS. Instead, just make a stage that is more, 3DS friendly. I think that's a good move.
And also, what's a little bit weird is all the characters are 60 frames per second all the time.
Yes.
That's
But
good,
trophies and Pokemon are 30 frames per second.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Like, items are 30 frames per second while everything else is 60.
I do not understand that.
Got up to my power. Also, that's the way to
Okay.
win. If you don't know how to play your class, just
Mhm.
items.
Yeah,
Not
that's
class.
true.
I've been playing WoW too much. Character.
Character.
I got it. I got it.
Alright, guys, I have to go be an adult and do adult things like make dinner and go to sleep, so I'm going to
Okay.
sign off here.
We will
Alright.
talk to you later, Alex.
I'll talk to you later guys, later.
All
See you,
right.
Tony.
Okay. Right.
So I think that's basically everything we played, right? Unless you
Yeah.
have something you would add.
No, I think I'm good for now. I'll save my other ones for next time.
Alrighty.
I've always
So-
got games to talk about.
So this is the end of part 1. Our review
Yep.
of Shadowrun is coming out in,
Yeah.
let's say, like 5 minutes. And my phone just keeps doing it. Just more and more this whole time. So yeah, 5 minutes.
Taps